Hello everybody, how's it going? So today, I thought I would do something a little bit different. Today, I'm going to go over 10 roller coasters that RMC should stay away from. So basically, some of these are roller coasters that are just awesome. Like, some of these are just wooden roller coasters that are awesome and have nothing to be gained from being RMC. And some of them are coasters that have been talked about being RMC, but really, I don't think it's necessary. So let's jump right into it. So number 10 is Hurler at Carowinds, and I'm actually going to have a video coming out probably right after this one about why I really don't think this should happen. Carowinds only has one big wooden roller coaster, and that is Hurler.
No f***ing shit.
The only other roller coaster they have, wooden roller coaster they have, is Woodstock Express, and that is a kiddie/family wooden coaster. So if you turn this into an RMC, you'd be taking something out of their lineup. And even though an RMC, a B&M Hyper, and B&M Giga would be a excellent top 3. Number 9 is Viper at Six Flags Great America. I don't think I've made it clear yet. I love Viper.
Gay.
Me and Viper have had like an off and on relationship. You know, way back in like 2015, I remember I was right there on the RMC Viper train. I was like, do it. But now I'm very much on the American Eagle RMC train and not the Viper RMC train. First, Six Flags built Viper themselves. That's, you know, that usually doesn't go very well when a park tries to build something by themselves.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
It worked out here, and Viper is an incredibly fun ride. Sure, you can have, it has its days where it can be a little bit rough, but for the most part, you're guaranteed to have a fun ride on it. It's not like a top 10 roller coaster in the world, but it is a very fun ride. It is currently my third favorite, behind Goliath at number 1 and Raging Bull at number 2. And then X-Flight's fourth. Maybe at some point I'll count down my favorite coasters at Six Flags Great America because it's my favorite home park. And yeah, I need to make videos. So number 8 is El Toro.
No, God!
And I know what you're saying. Dude, no one's talked about RMC and El Toro ever. You'd be surprised what I've found on the internet. Obviously, this will never happen. First of all, because it seems like Six Flags Great Adventure is not getting another roller coaster in the history of ever. I never actually knew how bad Six Flags Great Adventure was at getting roller coasters, but they haven't gotten a major scale original roller coaster in forever. So yeah, this would definitely be an original scale roller coaster, but it'd also be replacing one of their best roller coasters with something that probably wouldn't be better. Also, there's the thing of RMC helped build El Toro. I believe they co-manufactured or something along those lines. They helped out with the building process at some point back in 2006. A very young and ambitious RMC helped build El Toro already. Number 7 is Renegade at Valley Fair. Another one I haven't really heard be tossed around, but I just want to put my 2 cents in that Valley Fair, you better not. Maybe if this video came out like a month or so ago, maybe this wouldn't be in the video because we wouldn't even be talking about Valley Fair getting a roller coaster in general. But after the Cedar Fair financials, it's come out that, you know, parks are going to get more investments, whether they're family or thrilling ride stuff. That's still up in the air. But do not RMC Renegade. It is a fun ride. It is probably one of my favorite GCIs. I think it's like 4th or 5th for me. It's a good ride. It's a fun ride. So definitely don't RMC it. You could have stuff to be gained by RMCing this, but again, just don't do it. Number 6, Phoenix at Knoebels. Yeah, it may not be the biggest wooden coaster in the world, but it's got incredible airtime, and there's just no reason for it to be RMC'd. And I get it, you know, it's not that big of a ride, it's not that fast, it's got all the stats of a ride that should be RMC'd, right? But yet, it's not like that. So, Phoenix is a fun ride. In fact, I would probably extend that onto all of the wooden roller coasters at Knoebels. I forget the names of the other ones, but those shouldn't be RMC'd either. Those are also pretty fun. Number 5, Prowler at Worlds of Fun. Along the same lines of Renegade, Prowler is a fun ride, despite what some people say. I know there's a lot of people that don't like it, or maybe not don't like it, but that don't love it, and I can see why. It does have its moments where it's kind of boring, or it could be rough in some spots. It's definitely not the best, but it doesn't need to be RMC'd. But unfortunately, it seems like if any roller coaster is next to be RMC'd, it's probably Prowler, because Worlds of Fun just retracked a portion of Timberwolf, and so that's not going to be RMC'd, because why would you retrack any part of that if you're going to RMC it? And this ride has all the stats to be RMC'd. So, unfortunately, Prowler probably will be RMC'd, but I don't want it to be RMC'd. Number 4, Raven at Holiday World. Yeah. Of course, trying to stand next to Voyage is a really tough task. Voyage is one of the best roller coasters in the entire world, and Raven just doesn't measure up. But that doesn't mean that you should RMC it. In fact, I don't think you should RMC any of the wooden roller coasters for Holiday World. Maybe Legend, if you want to. I know that a lot of people's favorites go Raven, Legend, Voyage. I'm more of a Legend, Raven, Voyage guy. I like it in that order. Number three, Shivering Timbers at Michigan's Adventure. A lot of people have not gotten around to ride this roller coaster, and that's for good reason. It's in the middle of nowhere, Michigan. I'm pretty sure that's actually the city it's in. But there's not a lot of reasons to go to Michigan's Adventure, but if there is one reason, it is Shivering Timbers. It is a fun ride. It's actually one of my favorite wooden roller coasters out there. It's a really fun ride, and it's definitely my favorite at Michigan's Adventure. In fact, I don't even know if they have any other roller coasters.
Bruh.
None that I can remember. I know they have an SLC. That's gonna suck. Number 2 is the Voyage. Same lines same thing for Voyage as there was for El Toro. Nothing to be gained, no reason to do it. And also, fortunately, Holiday World does not seem like the kind of park that even would RMC a roller coaster like this. A roller coaster that nobody thinks needs to be RMC'd. I don't see Holiday World RMCing it just out of nowhere. So, luckily for us, that's not how Holiday seems to roll. And the number 1 roller coaster that RMC should not mess with. The New Texas Giant.
What?
So, I know what you guys are all saying. Dude. RMC has already played with that one. It was the Texas Giant. And then they RMC'd it. It was the first RMC. How could you miss that? I didn't miss that. I'm talking about putting an inversion on it. I've seen it tossed around on the internet lately, you know. People are like, oh, New Texas Giant sucks. It doesn't have any inversions. It was a prototype. Why would it have inversions? When you're doing something for the first time, you don't just try out all these new stuff. You do it first and make sure you can actually do it, and then you start to play around with it some more.
That's what she said.
Sure, New Texas Giant has no inversions, but hey, guess what? It doesn't need any inversions. It's a terrific ride on its own, without inversions. So, along those lines, I really don't think it should have an inversion added. I don't see it happening in the future. I just don't really see Six Flags Over Texas putting an inversion on New Texas Giant. I don't think it's necessary. Unless, like, an element like one of those airtime hills or any other moments, unless any of those moments get, like, kind of rough or whatever, then maybe you replace that with an inversion, like you did with Renegade, where you replace that helix. Then maybe you do that, but I don't see an inversion being added to New Texas Giant, and I don't see why they would need it to be added to New Texas Giant. So anyway, that is my video on 10 roller coasters that RMC should not RMC. Okay, that's weird. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. And don't forget to hit the bell down below. But as always, I will see you next time. As always, thanks for watching.
I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright.